Hey everyone, I'm going to show you how to convert a front office football 8 universe league file into a playable all-pro football 2K team file using an Excel spreadsheet and King Hobgo's all-pro football 2K 8 editor. So first things first, you downloaded the spreadsheet called the roster converter. Open up Front Office Football 8, export your data out of it by going to Controls, Archives, Export Data. Once you're in your league file, click that. It's going to send the data to this location, the CSV spreadsheets, which you can use to get your player information and all that out. So get that location, open that up, which I already have for mine, and you'll see all these files here for the Front Office Football 8. The files will need player information, which I'm going to open up. What you want to do is save this as you want to get it into an XLSX, which is an Excel workbook. So save this in the same location that you have your roster converter. So in my case, I already have mine saved in there, but we're going to the roster converter. I have a folder basically on my desktop for that, and you'll see I have the player information saved in here. Alright, so save it. You'll see the roster converter XLS spreadsheet that I have in there. That's the one that you're going to be using. I haven't opened it up yet. But save that in there with the player information as XLS, then you open the player record, save that as XLS, then open your latest player rating season file, save that as an XLS in that location. And the last file you're going to need is the team information, and that's just for getting team names out of the cities. So you're going to open that one. That you don't have to save, you just need to copy and paste the cities. Once you get all those CSVs saved as an Excel workbook in those locations, you're going to have something like what I just showed you there. You'll have the roster converter, which I believe you can download, the player information, player ratings, city names, player season, and player record. Okay, next you're going to open up the actual roster converter, and it's going to take a second to open up. It's a really large file, there's a lot of calculations going on, so just be patient while it does. First thing it's going to ask you if you want to update the links to the external data. That's basically the links that I have created to the CSV players, player information and player record files. Right now you don't want to update those yet because we don't have this file. Just click on update. See on the bottom right here it says calculating. It's running. I don't know, for some reason Excel calculates on random equations. So press escape to stop that. Go to your the very first sheet I have on here. It's called input. And before doing any of that, go to formulas, go to calculations, options, set that to manual, because you don't want to automatic. That will do calculations every time you make a change. You don't want to do that. So set this to manual. This first sheet is for your user input. So it's things that you have to put in the spreadsheet for it to work properly, such as the game date, which I just put September 1st of the current year that I'm in. and that's used to determine the player's age. The skinny to large range, that's your distance, your BMI distance from the average by position of the skinny or large body. So I use 2, which comes out pretty well, works pretty well. And then future value significance, that's the weighting that it gives to determine how much you want to adjust value for the future overall when determining depth charts, because this spreadsheet is going to create your depth chart automatically based off that weighting. So if a player has a future value of 70, but its current value is 50, so that's a difference of 20 between the future and current. The significance will give that 33% of that value, of that difference, added to the current value to determine starters. It may sound complicated, but it's really pretty self-explanatory once you understand what it means. And then also here you can set injuries on or off, so the spreadsheet will consider whether or not the player's injured in your front office football game when determining rosters. So I set mine on because I put them on. And then lastly, this is where you want to get your team information. I'm going back to the team information spreadsheet. You'll want to, this spreadsheet has it in order of team ID number. So all you want to do is copy the city, and paste that over here. And then in this column, there's no place that you can pull that out of front office football 8. You just have to hand type these names in. What I've done in my league on front office football is made the team names match that in the same teams that are used in All-Pro football. Well, you can change the team names in All-Pro football to match that of front office football. So what are we declaring? But they have to match. So you want to make sure the team names here all match what's in All-Pro football, the file that you created there. So once that's done, your user input is finished. You can close out of the team information file. You don't need that anymore. And now you'll want to open up the information from Front Office Football 8. The 3 spreadsheets that I was talking about earlier: player information, player rating season, the latest season, and the player record. All saved as XLSX files. So open those up. Sorry, I'm going to run out of time. Those have to be open for the Excel workbook to work the roster converter. Once you have these open, you go to the actual converter itself, go to data, hit edit links, and then player information and player record are always have the same name, so you don't have to change that source. In the player rating season, since it's a different year every time, you have to change the source. So you just put change source, and then you browse to where it's stored. This is where we have the roster. So I'm going to change that to that, and I'll hit OK. That's basically going to update that file in Excel. Once you have that, you'll have something that this reads the right year, and you'll just need to click Update Values on all of these. You'll see status here. It says source is open. So that means it's working properly. You've got the information ready to be pulled in. So I'll close, get rid of that. I've got my 3 files connected with this now. I'm ready to go. So I'm ready to calculate the work. So I do the second sheet. I kind of put these in the order that you're going with. The second sheet is create roster. So you'll click on that. This is where you're actually, all the data is being pulled in and calculated. using formulas I've set to get your converted file. So once you get to here, you can hit F9 to do a shortcut, or you can go to formulas and you go to calculate now. So if I hit click calculate now, you'll see on the bottom right hand side, right hand side of the sheet is going to say calculating, and it'll tell you the percentage of it that's done. I'm going to skip this part until it's finished, because it does take a minute. Okay, workbook calculation is complete. You should see what I see here. You'll have the player IDs, you know, all the information you need, and then all the conversion to match what needs to be imported into All Pro Football 2K8. From this point on, the reason I highlighted this is where the actual file starts. This is the data that's going to be needed for the All Pro Football 2K8. This stuff over here is just for the purposes of the spreadsheet here, and not being imported in. So what you need to do is get a fixed player file that's not changing. So the first thing you'll want to do is copy this entire sheet over of the data in there. So you hit Control Shift and the right arrow, that'll take you all the way to the right column, and then hit down arrow, and that'll take you to the last record, which I have blank records here, but that will work fine. Hit copy there, go to players, go to the very first column and row, A1, right click, do paste special, paste your values and number formats, and hit OK. So that's basically going to lock all your players in, the skin color, the body type, or things that aren't adjustable, things that are fixed. Now, the items in blue over here, those are the items I have that are fixed, that don't change. Obviously, you don't want the skin color to change for your player every time you go ahead and you can update this roster file. And like the muscle types, their dread, their look, their face, things like that. That's all fixed and stationary. The things that are updating are names, date of birth, well, maybe not date of birth, but I just have it in here. Anyways, this is all the stuff that's being pulled from the game constantly every time you make an update, because those are the type of things that are going to be changing. So now you have the initial setup is done and complete, and you are finished. You can save this, and I'll do another video on how to create the team file that's needed to import into All Pro Football 2K8. Thanks for paying attention, and have a nice day.